What's up, guys? If you're a Christian watching this video, then I need you to relax and listen to this sister's vision that she sent in. I keep saying this in most of my videos that salvation, receiving salvation in our Lord Jesus Christ doesn't really end there. A lot of people are being deceived with this doctrine that makes you think that the moment you receive salvation in our Lord Jesus Christ and you are saved, that is all. But that is not true. We need to take a look at this. It's one thing receiving salvation in our Lord Jesus Christ, and it's another thing having a relationship with Jesus Christ. The fact that you have received salvation in our Lord Jesus Christ does not end there. Okay, there are a lot of Christians who have received salvation in our Lord Jesus Christ and do not have any personal relationship with Him. They do not pray to Him. They do not communicate to Him. They do not even study the Word, and they do not have any faith in Him. Yes, if you think this is not true, you can find out for yourself. There are Christians who have received salvation, but yet do not have faith in God. And that is completely wrong. We need to check that. So I'm going to play this video of our sister to you. Now, in her dream, was shown Christians that were actually marked, indicating that they have received salvation in our Lord Jesus Christ. But yet, some of them were still living in fear and panic based on what was happening in the dream. So I just want you to sit down, relax, and then watch and listen to what our dear sister is going to say. Now, I want you to follow her. She also has a channel. If you want to find out, she has a lot of messages about God on her channel. I'm going to leave a link in the description section of the video so you can follow our dear sister on her channel to listen to more messages from God. Okay, so just stay tight and listen as I play out the video.
Hello, brothers and sisters. This is a very important dream, and it is a dream that even if you do not believe me, you really should pray on it. Earlier this year, I heard a pastor talk about James 1:6. But let him ask in faith, nothing wavering, for he that wavereth is like a wave of the sea, driven with the wind and tossed. And he was using that verse to talk to the people who were unsure if they were going to heaven or hell. And this is especially true for new believers, those who have recently been saved, especially the ones who have been in the darker sides of the spirit world and have seen evil that most Christians have never even dreamt of. And this verse and what the pastor said bothered me. And last night's dream made me understand why it bothered me so much. So I will instead get into the dream, and then I will explain what I think it means after. So please bear with me. My dream started, it looked like it was very dark. Very dark. Not the kind of dark we think of now, more like end of the world dark. It was, again, just desolate, completely desolate. And me and other believers who had the mark of God on our foreheads, we were wearing burlap sacks. It looked like burlap clothing, almost to hide us, to keep us out of sight. And there were others with us that had the mark, God's mark, but they were loud and they wouldn't be quiet. I remember being so upset, not upset, but frightened for them, that they could not calm their souls, no matter what they did. We ran into this building because we were being hunted. And those of us who truly believed, we got in our circle and we were praying. And there were 3 or 4 of them who just would not calm. They could not calm their souls. And I remember telling them, you need to calm down. And they argued with me. But they will find us. But you must have faith, is what I responded. You must have faith in God. But they will find us. But you must have faith in God. It was hard because I can't just input my understanding into them, and they would not calm their souls down. They could not calm themselves. And it was almost like they were going just completely nuts. I wouldn't say like a demon had a hold of them, but they were going mentally nuts. And I couldn't understand why they couldn't calm themselves down. And I remember thinking, but you are believers. You have the mark of God. But you're not believing in Him. I couldn't understand it. And as I was trying to calm them down, the people who were hunting us, they found the building. This was an abandoned building. It had been torn, and it looked like it had been bombed over and over again. So I can understand where a lot of their fear had actually come from, because this is not a very well-protected building. It was a bunch of big holes in it, in the sides. It looked horrible. And I guess from their point of view, there's no way you can hide. We were trying to tell them to have faith in God, and they weren't listening. And the people who were hunting found them. But they didn't find us. They found them. And they screamed even louder as they were being arrested. And my heart leapt out to them. I wanted to help them, but I knew I had to stay still. I wanted to cry, but no tears came. I knew that if any of us moved, it would be the end. So we had faith, and it saved us. They were found out, and that is when I woke up. This dream is not of the tribulation period. God used this dark atmosphere to show me the importance of this dream. All of the people that we were arguing with, there were two separate groups. There was us, and then there were the ones who have been saved, had God's mark, but could not quiet themselves. They would not put their faith in God. God is showing me this dream to show that even now, those who have been saved are making the mistake of not praying to Him every day. They are making the mistake of not putting their full faith in Him. God has very broad shoulders. He is the Creator. He is our Father in heaven. He has very broad shoulders. He wants us to give Him our fears. He wants us to give Him our worries. He wants us to give Him our sadness. He wants us to burden Him. He wants to take those burdens away from us. To do that, we need to rely on God. We need to work on calming our spirit and allowing Him to work in our life. This dream, I have felt an extreme importance to share, because we do not have a lot of time left, and there are a lot of people who have been saved and have done wondrous work for God, but have faulted, either because of people in their lives that they have allowed, or because they no longer pray to God.
You. All right, I believe you heard everything for yourself. Now, what I'm going to say is that you need to seek discernment on this message and then pray to God. But first thing, you need to ask yourself, are you that kind of Christian that have received salvation in our Lord Jesus Christ, but do not have any relationship with him. You do not have any faith in him. You do not even pray. Are you that kind of Christian? If you are that kind of Christian, then you need to change, because the fact that you have received salvation in our Lord Jesus Christ doesn't end there. You need to continue to grow your faith. Now, how do we grow our faith? The only way you can grow your faith is to have a relationship with our Lord Jesus Christ. Okay, you need to develop a personal relationship with him by communicating with him all the time. Put your faith in him, build your hope in him, and you need to study his word. Okay, these are the things that you can do in order to have a solid relationship with Jesus, so that anytime you fall into a tough situation, you will not be moved, or you will not be in panic, just like what happened in our sister's dream. Okay, thank you very much. Like this video and share with your friends and family. God bless you.